So the question is, what would you do if your business is not capable of supporting your wealth goals?
Start a different one.
And there we go. Like the next question. Like that's it. So like straight out, just go, no, I'm just going to start a new one.
So this is a really interesting topic, right? So I'll use an example here. Pretend you have an ice cream shop in a regional town and there's only so much people that come to the town every year and there's only so much ice cream you can sell, and you're sitting there and you're looking at it and you're going, do you know what? The capability of this business is not going to get me where I want to go in life. And that can be very difficult to come to that realization and swallow that. It can also be very challenging because maybe you've got a mortgage, a family sort of support. It's hard to make moves. So I look at this of going, all right, this is probably a deeper issue than necessarily thought. I also think there's a ton of businesses in the last couple of years that had tailwinds that now have headwinds. Yep. Or had headwinds and now have tailwinds. Like business change and the dynamic of it changes. So I'm very, very near and dear to this topic. I mean, us ourselves, Grant, Valor Media, when we've worked on that 2 years ago, fundamentally different company than what it is today.
Completely different.
Yeah. So when I look at that and this question and where it came from is, my view is that people become really fixed and rigid in their business.
Yep.
They become like their mindset is, well, it is what it is, and like I'm unwilling to change. I actually think that for every business owner, the ice cream shop included, is that you should be actively looking to change your business every year to take advantage of the opportunities that are. So on a crazy example here, if you're this ice cream shop and you've got this facility and kitchen, right? Maybe you need to start thinking about, well, what we sell ice cream during the day. We don't really sell it at night. I'm going to turn this into a shadow kitchen and do ice cream delivery on Uber. Do you know what? There's a mine down the road. They're going to need catering. I'm going to actually start changing my ice cream business. So we're also going to do food and desserts. Why not? And start fulfilling that. So I think if you're truly looking at your business right now and going, what I'm currently doing isn't capable of supporting, I think now is the time to start repositioning what you do and also making that an active part of your business strategy. Like staying stagnant is the thing that kills businesses. That's how Kodak got wiped out. It's how Blockbuster got wiped out. They knew of what was coming. Didn't like Blockbuster have the ability to buy Netflix?
It was like it was like 35 million or 350 million or something like that. And it was just like, no.
Didn't Kodak invent the digital camera?
They did.
Yeah. So, I mean, like writing on the wall here, I look at this right now and just see that you have to be progressive.
Yeah.
You want to be progressive, and I think you should actively be revisiting, like at the strategy level, how you play the environment to win, particularly when there's so much changing in the world. And I mean, we've already covered 2 topics already in this show where it's like, just ask yourself, how could you reposition what you do to take advantage of those waves?
Yeah. And I'll jump into this because I've had the exact same situation. Like I was part of a business that I started that was not providing me the journey that I needed, or providing me the money that I needed to get to my wealth goals. And it fundamentally wasn't. And I knew that for like, I was in it for 6 to 7 years. About 3 years in, I'm like, hey, like this thing's doesn't look like it's going to give me the wealth that I probably need. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to stick this thing out because maybe it's just going to be around the corner. And so I stuck in it for another 3 to 4 years thinking that it was going to be fundamentally different. Yes, the value of the company, so the valuation of the business increased and all of those things, but it wasn't ready to be sold. It wasn't at a stage where people would go, oh, we're going to buy you for the valuation. It wasn't at the valuation that we were looking for either. And so I had to start looking internal. And I know, Charlie, you and I spoke about this for many years of going like, well, what game am I playing? Is this the right mechanism for me to get to where I needed to get to? Now, I was in a very fortunate position where I had 2 other co-founders in it. We had a great team in Australia around us where we had the ability to say, well, maybe we go and put in someone else to run this because it's going to be profitable. At some point, we're going to be able to sell it and we can just kind of leave it there and do something else. And that's what we did. Well, I know a lot of people might not have the exact same opportunity. And so that's where I said, great, I'm going to step out of this business, let it run itself. If it takes another 10 years until it exits, great. I might try and package up my equity to people who are running it now so that they have the opportunity to go and 10x the equity they bought. Like now I just have other options whilst I'm also on a different journey of taking cash flow, investing the cash flow and doing a whole heap of those things.
I will mention that I love what you did there, number one, right? You recognized the opportunity cost and eventually made changes. But I will say you had a significant advantage in like you had a very strong network and you see other opportunities.
Yep.
I think one of the pushbacks we may get on this one is like, okay, you guys have networks and see these opportunities and know how to build businesses to take advantage of them. If I don't have that, where do I start? Now, my view on this, and I'm chiming in first, is I think because I don't want you to steal my answer.
I was going to say, I'm like, this is only because you don't want me to take the same answer.
Yeah, exactly. I see I'm getting better at this podcasting thing. Don't steal my points. My view is that probably one of the best things you can do if you're in a stagnant business is join a mastermind group of some kind, so you start getting around people where you can see them killing it and potentially apply their ideas or what's working for them, overlaying to where you're at. And that's likely to give you like the best movement or value movement. Like, what's your view?
Yeah, dude, it was funny. Like literally last night, I was out with 3 other business owners, all of them crushing it, all in fundamentally different industries. You had like foreign exchange, you had tech company, as well as like an affiliate business. And they're all in their own right, crushing it. But the conversations that we were having was around different challenges they're facing, different opportunities they're seeing, and then like just riffing off each other around like, how could this apply? So I could not agree more on like the network is so valuable. And if you don't have a network, that's fine. We've done an episode talking about networking. Go and listen to it, watch it, right? You have the ability, just because you don't have it now, you still have the ability to go and create it. But also listening to like a podcast like this or any other podcast, which is going to make you mentally challenge yourself of going, am I just sitting being comfortable now? Or should I be thinking about something different? Like, am I going through the same rate of change that other people are going through? Like, we share a lot of stuff that we're doing, Charlie, of things that we're pondering, things that we're changing, things that we're thinking about in order to provide other people with maybe I should be thinking about the same thing. Or, what am I just resting on my laurels with? Right? Because nothing can be worse in my situation of getting to 7 years in a business or 6 years in a business that's not giving me what I want and going, I'm just going to give it another 7 years and hope for the best. Instead of going, how can I change in order to get what I'm looking for, which is obviously the wealth goal.
Huge. So huge there. I concur hugely. And just that opportunity cost. You must change. Change is inevitable for all of us.
And I do have to say one thing. Like, the person who's asking this question, congratulations on having a wealth goal. A lot of people aren't even at that point yet, right? So whether your wealth goal is a certain amount of income, whether it's freedom, whether it's whatever it may or may not be for you listening to it, like if you're listening to this question going, man, like that doesn't apply to me, or I just want to improve. First point is having a wealth goal, right? So you can already tell this person's gone beyond that, has built a wealth goal and gone, wait, this mechanism's not going to get me there, or this business is not going to get me there. I need to change something. And how do I know if I need to change it? So like if you're looking at this going, I don't even know, well, set a wealth goal and you will know.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into being a full stack business owner, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.